is paying for this shit, man? Who? Who's paid $700 for a waifu card that just came out? Oh my god, I do not understand this. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I got kind of a doozy for you today. We're going to be talking about the Japanese situation right now. What's going on with waifu cards. Obviously, we got Miriam pulled up right now. A lot to talk about, so I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm an English collector. I collect English cards. I have zero stakes in the Japanese market, if I'm being 100% honest. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment watching what is going down. It's like watching a train wreck happen in slow motion from, the other side of the tracks. These sellers have you guys gripped by the nutsack, if I'm being 100% honest. This is the school nurse. This is the nurse, bro. She has absolutely zero effect on the story whatsoever. I'm not gonna act like I know about the playability of the card or how important it is to the actual TCG like playing it. Not that it even matters. The sellers who are hyping her up have absolutely no idea who she is. It's in Japanese. If the card's not in English, they don't even know what they're selling, bro. It might as well be fucking SpaghettiOs sprawled out on the card. They don't know what it is. And they don't give a shit about the game. All they care about is what they can charge for the card. Or more importantly, the booster boxes. These last couple months have made people rich. I'm not talking about wealthy. I'm talking about rich. Like, it has made millionaires. Because people are, for some reason, willing to pay a stupid amount of money for a product that is going to age extremely poorly. And it's setting a precedent for future sales. So we've basically all come together and told sellers that we are 100% okay with them taking advantage of us. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that sellers have to meet margins. I understand they have to this is what puts food on the table. They gotta bring something home. I get that. But there's levels to it, bro. They could be selling these boxes for 2/3 the price and still be making really good fucking money. But instead they're choosing to sell for, $145 or $120, just ridiculous prices that absolutely make zero sense because we're willing to pay it. Because we told them that it's okay. And I don't blame them necessarily. I mean, if people are willing to pay that much, why not? Obviously, I know their goal is to make money, even though they go on fucking Whatnot or Instagram Live right after and be like, oh, I'm a community leader. I bring the product to you, blah, 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 blah. Pokemon cards wouldn't work if they didn't have distributors like me. But my main point here is that we've just accepted that we are going to pay this much for these boxes. And we shouldn't. We absolutely should not. I'm not going to. I'm not doing that shit. Like I said, that gives me secondhand embarrassment for the people who are willing to shell out this much for a box that is just absolutely not fucking worth it. But I want to go back to what I said about these things aging terribly. I truly do not believe that these are going to stay up at these prices. They're just not going to. And I'm talking specifically about the cards. There's been a lot of talk. I've listened to other YouTubers, a lot of people think that these are going to stay high, that these are going to keep going. I totally fucking disagree. I disagree 1000%. I think these things are going to age poorly. I think they're going to come down in price. They're super forgettable. Japanese waifu collecting is pretty niche. Obviously, there's a lot of hype on it right now, but for the most part, throughout the lifetime of Pokemon, it hasn't been this huge fucking spectacle that it is right now. And I really don't think it's going to continue to be. I mean, you can listen to some of these people who have large waifu collections. 3-4 years ago, these prices were, a tenth of the price, not even that. And now they're these bloated, inflated prices because the hype has just moved from one thing to another. And that's really the only thing you can compare it to is like where the hype was at a year ago or 2 years ago. And a lot of it was in vintage. There was a lot of modern hype, but it was spread out a lot more throughout the hobby. I mean, we look at base set packs, jungle first edition packs. 2 years ago, they were, way inflated. Not good at all. Very similar to what the Japanese is right now. Now, where are those jungle packs at now? Where are those base set packs? Where's vintage at now? It's gone down significantly. And I truly believe the same thing's gonna happen to these Japanese cards. Maybe not in the immediate future, maybe 2-3 years will still be around the same price. But over the next decade or so, yeah, these are not gonna be a good long term. They're not gonna age well. I just don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna act like an expert in this, but the truth is nobody fucking knows because this has never happened before. And anybody who says that they're an expert, they understand the market, they know what's gonna happen in these, they're totally fucking blowing smoke up your ass. Nobody has a single clue on how the Japanese trainer market is gonna turn out. But I am excited because this is quite the spectacle, if I'm being honest. It's honestly more sad than anything. It just makes my blood boil watching people get taken advantage of like this. I know they think the value is there right now, and that's what they're using to justify paying these prices. It's not going to be there, man. It's really just not going to be there. I mean, honestly, even if we go back a year, there was no Japanese trainer immediately out the gate going up to $700. For those of you who would argue against me, where's the value at? Point to where on the card the value is at specifically, please. What part of this card, which is a nice card, by the way, I will admit, it's a beautiful card. Point to where on the card makes it worth, you know, over 10 times as much as regular trainers. Just go ahead and point to it for me, please. Like, you get what I'm saying? Most cards that are these, you know, huge fucking chase cards have something about them that's different. You know, we look at what's something that comes to mind. Rainbow Charizard GX from Burning Shadows. Huge chase card, immense chase card. First Rainbow Charizard, right? The hype is there and it makes sense. Let's look at Moonbreon. Umbreon has always been a very, very popular Pokemon. Came from an extremely popular set with a ton of chases in it. I personally think it was inflated a little bit, but it makes sense why the hype is there, right? Maybe I don't understand the Japanese trainer market, but I don't get what is so fucking appealing about this thing that's worth $700 or what justifies the hype. I personally think it's just inflated from sellers to try and justify charging so much for booster boxes. But what the fuck do I know? I'm not an expert. I'm not gonna act like I am. Whoever is buying these, I hope that they age well. I hope they're a good long-term hold for you. This set was very heavily printed. These cards are going to be in amazing condition because they're Japanese, so they're going to grade well. There's going to be a ton of 10s in these. So I really just personally don't think there's anything special about this card. But all we can do is wait and see. These next couple of years are going to be extremely interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. Like I said, I don't have a lot of stakes in the Japanese market. I don't collect Japanese. I do open Japanese, but I only buy it at MSRP. I'm not paying that fucking much for anything. That's getting taken advantage of, in my opinion. And that's just not something I want to fund or take part in or just have done to me. I'm kind of interested in hearing other people's thought processes on this. Do you think that these prices are justified? Do you think the hype's there? Are they gonna be a long-term hold? You know, I don't know. I don't think so at all. But I'm excited to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Thank you once again so much for watching the vid. Really helps out a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to French kiss that like button on the way out and sub if you're not, if you enjoy the content. Got some pretty cool card openings coming up. One opening in particular I'm very excited for. I can't wait to share with you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. What's up, guys? Sorry, one last thing. I know this was kind of after the fact. Probably noticed I'm wearing a different shirt. I actually stopped by some card stores and I forgot to show you guys these. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I got these at a local LGS over here. I kind of just wanted to show you guys because I wanted it to be known that these things are out here. They're not some mystical fucking unicorn that you only see every, you know, third moon of the summer. These boxes are out here, man. I don't know if I'm gonna open these yet or if I'm gonna save them. I don't know. They look really good. Like, look how good that looks. That actually does look really cool. Like, these box designs are really, really nice. I got these for 5,000 yen. That's roughly $42. These things were printed to demand. They're out there. There's no shortage of them. International sellers charging $120 for these things is legit, like, legalized theft, bro. It's so silly. If they're here in Japan, they're going to be available in America. These people are just using hype to overcharge. That's really just the end all be all to it. I love you guys truly. Thank you again for watching so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.